Hi, Kiki. Hi, Leah Maria. There is a list. Hey, guys, I'm doing okay. So I can only be on until about 10 o'clock tonight. So what I'm going to do is take the first 10 names for the free list, and we are going to try to get through them as quickly as possible. Donations do take priority, and they do skip the list. So if donations come in, they will skip the line. If 10 o'clock rolls around, we haven't gotten to all the names on the free list, then I am going to have to still go, and I know that that is not the best, so I am going to try to do my best to get through at least the first 10 names. So we'll just try to work through this as quickly as possible. So I have Kiki, Leah Maria. Oh, good. Hi, Mihak. Yeah, you can be added. So we're just going to wait till it fills up. I'm going to take 7 more names for the free list. Like I said, I will try to do all of the free list names by 10 o'clock if I can. But if donations come in, those do take priority. All right, Sandra. Oh, good. I'm glad too, Leah. Hi, Stay Your Existence. I'll add you. Hi, Nav. We'll add you on. You're welcome, Mihak. Or Mahak. Hello, HK. You're on the list. Slay Your Existence. You are number 5. Nav, I have you as number 6. We'll take 3 more names and then we'll go ahead and get started. Images, PNG, and then we have Ashika, Asawa, or Asawa. HK, you're number 7, and then we have Queen Bean. Alright, so I have my 10 names. I'm going to stop there. Like I said, I'm going to try to get these 10 names done by 10 p.m. If donations come in, they will take priority. I do have to hop off at 10, so we're going to try to get through this list as quickly as possible so that everybody has a chance for their reading. So number 1, if you guys can just remember your number so that way you can have your question ready. Number 1, I have Kiki. Number 2, Leah Maria. Number 3, Mahak. Number 4, Sandra Artioli. Number 5, Stay Your Existence. Number 6, Nav. Number 7, HK. Number 8, Images PNG. Number 9, Ashika Asawa. I hope I said that right. And then number 10, Queen Bean. All right, so those are the 10 that we're going to do for the free list. If I have time afterwards, I'll add more, but that's it for now. So Kiki, go ahead and start this thing off with your question. And I don't think my moderators are in here tonight, So if they hop on, we'll try to get them in the know, but for now, this is what we're going to do. All right, Kiki wants to know if she has any good news coming to her in the next few weeks. Does Kiki have any good news coming in the next few weeks? I have 2 moderators going right now, Leah. 2 moderators at the moment. That's all I've got. Will Kiki receive any good news in the next few weeks? Will Kiki receive any good news in the next few weeks? Ooh. All right, Kiki, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. You have a lot of really good cards for asking about good news. We have the Empress, and this is a yes card here. We have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is also a yes card, and then we have the Queen of Swords, which is about gaining perspective. The Knight of Swords can also mean fast movement, things coming in quick. So talking about the next few weeks, the swords usually indicates days or weeks. It can even indicate like hours as well. But when asking about the next few weeks, I feel like this is just confirming that we are talking about a matter of weeks. And the Empress just indicating yes. So I feel very strongly that you are going to receive good news. These are very positive cards, and these are cards coming in quick. And the Empress is about fertility, it's about beauty, it's about just very divine feminine. So I'm not sure what your question is surrounding. But if it has to do with coming into divine feminine, if it has to do with fertility, if it has to do with beauty or feeling more confident, or if it has to do with, I'm trying to think of like other examples, abundance or growth or like nurturing or things like that, this is very positive. So I hope that answered your question. Leah Maria, yeah, absolutely. I'll go ahead and actually add you on since you said that you're pretty active. I'll go ahead and add you as a moderator. That would be awesome. So the next time that you comment, you should be a moderator. Okay, Images, if I have another live going and my moderators are not in there and you're there, then I'll add you in because it really does help having at least one moderator in my chat. Kiki said I've had towers this past week. That's pretty funny because actually when I was shuffling this deck earlier, and considering you're my first reading, I was just shuffling it to get it started and a tower flipped over. So, I mean, obviously I didn't know that, you know, you would be my first reading, but I would just happen to be shuffling it and a tower flipped over. So that's interesting that it's pretty coincidental. But I see good news. I see news coming in pretty quickly. and it being positive news because the Empress is very positive. Sandra, you can ask a general question if you like, but if you're not, the more vague you are, the more vague I'll be because I am clairsentient and I read the cards as I'm feeling the energy. I'm not clairvoyant, so I don't see things. I'm not claircognizant. Well, I kind of am. Sometimes messages do come through, but I don't hear things or see things necessarily. I am developing those senses over time, but I would say more than anything, I sense the energies and I get feelings and physical sensations. So if you're wanting to know something and you're not really specific, I might not be able to be very specific back, but I can try to give you as much information as possible. So it's really up to you how you want to phrase the question, but it's all about the intention that we put into the question when we ask. I hope so for you too, Kiki. I hope that it's what you wanted. Leah Maria, I'll be on until 10, but you just let me know when you need to go. That's all right. This is literally my favorite deck right here. It's the Light Seers deck. It's absolutely stunning. It's incredibly diverse. There's like every single ethnicity, I feel like, in here or in some way or some form. It's so beautiful. I immediately connected with it. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to find another. I mean, never say never, but I'm obsessed with that deck. Okay, so I hope I answered everyone's questions. Leah Maria, if you can do me a favor and type out this list for me really quickly. It doesn't have to, you don't have to like say everyone's like full name, but just so everyone knows what order they're in. So I'll give you a second to prepare, and I'll try to go slowly. So obviously you're next, so you don't have to type your name. But we have Mehak, which is Mehak, and then we have Sandra, and then we have, you can just put Stay, Stay, I don't know who that is, and then Nav, Nav, and then HK, and then Images, and then Ishika, which is Ishika, and then Queen Bean. I hope that was slow enough for you. Because I know when you're typing, it's like, if I go too quick. And then if you can please let everybody know that the free list is closed, and but donations are still open, so if people want to donate, they can, and they'll skip the list. Okay, cool. So I'm going to move on to the next question because I just want to keep this going. So Leah wants to know, since Leah liked this deck, we'll use this deck. Can you tell me what good news is coming for me soon? Whether it be romantically or to do with career. Okay, so we'll see what good news is coming towards Leah. What good news is coming towards Leo? 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 Leah, I'm asking what good news is coming towards you, and there's like a shakeup happening here. But it's coming across as this is actually a good thing because I'm phrasing it as what good news is coming towards you. So give me a second here. What good news is coming towards? All right, so your question was relationship or I think someone just subscribed, so thank you for subscribing. You said career or relationship, so we have career. But I think there's something to do with emotions here. So it could be relationship too. Oh, yep, there we go. Here's emotions right here. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, those are too many cards at once. Anything else for Leah? Good news coming towards Leah. Anything else for Leah? Okay. All right, Leah. So there's definitely a shakeup here with the Judgment card. I feel like, okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. We have you overcoming something. The Judgment card is all about moving forward, healing from things that may have been holding you back. It could be resentment, guilt, past shame, maybe ties that are holding you. Maybe you're just needing to release. Because as you can see here, make sure I'm in frame. This person, you can see their spirit just kind of feels like more lifted and more like free. So there's definitely some kind of release going on, and I feel it's on emotional level. As soon as I said emotions, we got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is all about emotional intelligence, compassion, love, things like that. I feel like you're working more towards this kind of vibration here. So with the Nine of Swords, I feel like you're coming out of this anxiety, worry, maybe like restless energy. If you've been feeling, if you've been, it could mean you're having nightmares. It could be that you're like up late at night. It could mean you could have depression. It could mean a lot of things, but basically just a heaviness mentally that you're basically starting to release. We have the Seven of Swords, which means that you're starting to become more your authentic self. The Seven of Swords is when we're trying to sneak away and be ourselves because we're not being our true authentic selves. So here we're trying to go be that person. But you're coming more into your own because remember, I'm phrasing the question, what good news is coming towards you? We also have the Tower. The Tower is about sudden change. It's about things kind of happening out of nowhere. That's that shakeup I was talking about. But this card is so beautiful to me because we have the butterflies, which to me feels like this significant transformation on this majestic, whimsical level. I do feel like there's something good coming towards you as far as your career. With the Page of Pentacles, it's about new financial opportunities, manifestation. It could be new careers or like new prospects, things like that. With the Page of Pentacles, it's not quite the Ace of Pentacles where like it's brand new, but the Page of Pentacles is like the youngest in that suit, because it starts with a page and goes up to the king. So it's kind of like the beginning of something. And it brings promise of like financial opportunity, manifestation, that kind of thing. So we also have the King of Cups. So I thought that was kind of funny when I said it was probably something emotional, and that card came out with confirmation of that. So you're coming more into peace here. With the King of Cups, you're coming into more of that balance. On even like a soul level, maybe even like a spiritual level, you're becoming more balanced. With the King of Cups, it's like the highest form of emotional intelligence, emotional control. You're not feeling so out of sorts here with the King of Cups. So I do feel like there is some good news with career. I don't see so much relationship here. I just feel like these are kind of the same to me a little bit. Like with these two, they're kind of both in that meditative state here, kind of like, trying to like come into their own, persevere, just bringing that balance back in. So I would say definitely some good news when it comes to career, for sure, but I do feel like it's more so an emotional shakeup. It's more of an emotional kind of coming into your own here. And who knows, maybe it's kind of like molding the situation for a relationship. Maybe it's kind of preparing you for that love to come in. So you said I've been feeling off recently. But let's see what the cards say. Luna's close to 100 subs. Oh, thanks, girl. And yeah, I've been feeling quite emotionally these last few days. Healing for real. I've been trying to let go of stuff. Yeah, that's here. The Judgment card, just letting go of that. I've been having a lot of nightmares, been up late at night. Yes, 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 that's what this card is. Okay, that's really good to hear. Claiming that, absolutely. I don't see anything going forward with the relationship either. I think I'm still in the healing process. I would agree with that 100%. Images says, do you guys randomly lose a tarot card and then it pops up somewhere random in your house? I keep mine all together. So far, I haven't lost any. But that's a really good question, actually. I wonder if that's ever happened to someone. And you know what? I bet like that's just like Spirit's way of saying like, that's a message within itself, I feel. So I hope that answered your question, Leah, and we'll go ahead and move on to Mahak, if you can go ahead with yours. All right, Mahak wants to know what is coming towards me, feeling anxious and stressed. Planning a travel back home after a very long time, but so many hurdles. Okay. What's coming towards Mahak? Back home, is this family? We have the Two of Cups here, which is kind of like in reverse. It's kind of like an imbalance or like between two people. I mean, most likely two people, but it could be more than two people. Kind of like a separation there with the Two of Cups in reverse. So you said you're planning a travel back home. What's coming towards Mahak? I wonder if this is explaining what's going on with you. It's too many cards. Okay, they're all trying to fall out at once. This is definitely yours, though. Okay. What's coming towards Mahak? What's coming towards Mahak? What's coming towards Mahak? Okay, so if it's money that you're needing to make this happen, we do have an offer coming in for you. So I'm not sure if your hurdle is financial. What's coming towards Mahak? What's coming towards Mahak? So this is Four Cups is someone who's very much in like low spirits. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. I'll start here. The Two of Cups is about a separation. The Two of Cups is about, it could be about a breakup, an imbalance in relationships. It can be an imbalance in harmony, or like a lack of harmony where things just aren't working. You know what I mean? Like, it's just things aren't lining up. Things aren't, what did you say? I feel like that's what you said. Oh yeah, hurdles. Okay, so that kind of makes sense with the Two of Cups here. The Nine of Cups, anxious, stress, that kind of thing. Definitely your card here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which brings in new opportunities, financial opportunities. There's an offer here of some kind of abundance in some way. So I do feel like whatever hurdles it is that you're experiencing, there's some kind of help coming. With the Ace of Pentacles, we have a new financial opportunity, prosperity, and this can also mean manifestation. So it's saying like you want to keep having that positive mindset. I know that it's hard. I know that you're in low spirits here with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is a very apathetic card. It's like where you just are just at the point where you just, it's low spirits is what it is. You're just not interested. You're just let down, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of what that Four of Cups card is. But there is hope here with the Ace of Pentacles, especially because you said that it's like a financial thing. The Ace of Pentacles is that offer from the universe that something is coming towards you right now for that. So I would not like feel hopeless that this is not possible because this card showed up in your reading. So what is coming towards Mahak? You said your husband lost a job, so you have to go back to your country. Oh no. Okay, that makes sense here. The low spirits. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm reading. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything from the hack. Okay. Anything else from the hack that's coming towards the hack? So the Hanged Man is where you feel suspended, where you feel like you're having to make sacrifices. The Hanged Man is where things can feel kind of stagnant, maybe like they're not really moving forward or backwards. You just kind of feel like you're just like suspended in the air, basically. But the Hanged Man can also be a message to try to have perspective, maybe like a new perspective, possibly. Maybe it's a message from Spirit that this may just be like the next chapter in your life, and maybe it's not how you wanted it to go, or maybe it's not going to go exactly how you thought, but try to have that new perspective. As you can see, the Hanged Man, this person's suspended in the air, and they're not walking upright the way that they normally would see things. They're hanging in the air and looking upside down. So it's about having that new perspective. And then we also have the Fool, which is about new beginnings. And the Fool is actually a really promising card. I love seeing the Fool come up. It's a very positive card. It's about feeling free and being a free spirit. So that's very positive as far as your reading is concerned. I know that you're having a hard time. I know that you're feeling very Nine of Swords, a lot of anxiety about the situation, and it's hard when things aren't going the way that we want. We just want to control, and it makes it hard. I feel like, ooh, my neck is like so tense right now. Mahak, do you get like neck pain? It is so tense right now. I don't know if that's just my clairsentient like sign just saying like you're feeling very tense about the situation right now, or if you actually are physically having neck pain, but there's something going on in my neck. Okay. Let's see. Anything else from a hat? Anything else from a hat? That one did try to come out twice, so we're going to go with that. It's saying that you are going to have options. So I know that it's saying that you're gonna have to go back to your country. You're going to have to go back home. But the message here is that you are going to have options. So I don't know exactly what that means for you. Maybe this doesn't resonate right now. Maybe a lot of this isn't going to make sense at the moment, and maybe you'll have to come back to the recording later on to kind of see what this message is. But what I do see here is that even though you're feeling an imbalance, like things aren't going the way that you wanted, you're having that anxiety, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling in low spirits, maybe you're feeling like you're having to make some sacrifices that you don't necessarily want to make, and things are kind of out of control. The message here is that there is going to be some prosperity, there is going to be some good news coming through in some form of like a financial or prosperity kind of way, abundant kind of way. To view things in a new perspective if you can, because this is going to be a new beginning for you in a sense, and that you are going to have options. So I know that's not very specific, but it's as specific as I can get, and just take what resonates right now, and then maybe later on come back and things will start to kind of make sense. You can start to fill in the blanks, but that's the message that I have right now from Spirit, and in the end, it does seem kind of positive, and I really am sorry that you're feeling so distraught over this. That's really upsetting, and I can feel it. Oh, so you guys will be separated until he gets a new job. So that was the Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the sleepless nights, Mahak, that's the Nine of Swords. Yes, sorry, Slay Your Existence. I definitely read it wrong. It's Slay, S-L-A-Y, Slay Your Existence. But I wrote the whole thing out on my piece of paper, so I know that it's even if I even if I saw Stay Your Existence, I still would have known it was you. Sorry about that. I even have my glasses on. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. All right, so Serenity Bliss donated. If you can go ahead with your question. My camera might go out for a minute, guys. Don't worry, I'm still here. Okay, it didn't do it, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. I should be back in no time. All right, so Serenity donated on what app was it? I don't know. I heard the notification go off on my phone, I think. Oh, Cash App, I think it was. Yeah, Cash App. Okay. Okay, Leah, that's all right. Images, if you still want to be a moderator, I might have you take over when Leah gets off. Just let me know if you still want to do it. So Serenity wants to know what was the Taurus's intentions when he texted yesterday. Okay. What was the Taurus's intentions towards Serenity when he texted her yesterday? What was the Taurus's intentions when he texted Serenity yesterday? Spirit, what was the Taurus's intention? Okay. What was the Taurus's... Okay. Spirit, what was the Taurus's intentions when he texted yesterday? What was the Taurus's intentions when he texted Serenity yesterday? What was the Taurus's intentions when he texted yesterday? What was the Taurus's intentions? Okay. So that's the message coming in with the Page of Cups. What was it? What was the Taurus's intentions with Serenity when I texted yesterday? What was the Taurus's intentions when I texted Serenity yesterday? Images, it's 4 a.m.? Why are you awake? Are you sure you want to be a moderator? Because I'm probably going to be on for another hour and a half. What was the Taurus's intentions when I messaged Serenity yesterday? Okay, they're telling me that the death was not for you. Sorry. I just got that message coming through. They were trying to give me the 6 of Cups. What was the Taurus's intentions for... Okay, images, that's all right. Okay, is the Taurus from your past? Because I feel like the Taurus was reminiscing on the past and what they had with you with the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is usually when someone feels very familiar to you, or they are familiar to you because they've known you before. And a lot of times it's like a nostalgic card where they're like reminiscing on the past. So the intentions were, they were thinking about you. They were thinking about the interactions that you guys have had together, and thinking about just kind of like, and it's in a very like loving, happy, just really just thinking about those moments, maybe the conversations you've had. It's like that kind of like thinking back, with the 6 of Cups. So I'm not sure if maybe you guys had an interaction. I'm not sure how well you guys know each other, but somehow you guys know each other. So through a conversation, through maybe you've met once before, maybe you guys have known each other for a long time. And if you guys have never ever met before, and maybe it's just like a way to like reach out and get to know you, then for whatever reason the Taurus feels that you're very familiar and they feel like they've known you before. So that's what the 6 of Cups is all about. The Wheel of Fortune is about feeling lucky. So I guess you could just take what resonates. The Wheel of Fortune is about luck. It's about fortune. It's about luck being on your side. It's about life cycles, karma, things taking like a turning point. So maybe they wanted to reach out because they thought maybe this was their chance with you. Maybe that they thought that they were going to, maybe they were feeling lucky, like you were going to be open to receiving their like message here. The Page of Cups is not only a messenger sending a message to you, but it's also what someone feels like when something is possible. So when the terms are usually impossible. So this card is a when pigs fly kind of card. So you know the expression when someone says, "Oh, that'll happen when pigs fly." Well, a pig is flying in this tarot card. So what that means is that this person felt that the impossible was possible by reaching out to you. So this is all about synchronicities. This is about messages. This is about the impossible being possible. So, you know, feeling kind of lucky, taking their chance, feeling like you might be responsive and open to them reaching out, that kind of thing. And the Chariot is about victory, feeling victorious, feeling successful, and wanting to move forward. So the intentions with you feel like that they want to maybe move forward with you in some way, some fashion. The Chariot, I'm trying to see if I'm picking up like any other messages here. I don't know. I just feel like this person is kind of like determined to like pique your interest in some way. So the intentions don't really seem impure or like bad or anything like that, but they're not screaming like lovey-dovey romantic feelings, but they're just kind of like the new stages is what I'm getting. Kind of like he felt like you would be open and responsive to the message. He was kind of maybe feeling confident and that he would be lucky and, I mean, even get lucky. I don't know how the message went. For some reason the phrase get lucky keeps like coming like in my mind for some reason. So I'm not sure, sometimes men are like that and whatever. So for whatever reason, he was feeling confident and lucky to reach out to you. And there's something about you that makes him feel good, familiar. He likes the connection that you guys share. And there's something here with the Chariot about wanting to move forward with you in a forward moving direction. So it's hard to say too much more just because I can only give you answers surrounding his current energy. So if he's not feeling more than this, then there's not more to share. But as far as the actual intention behind reaching out to you, that's kind of the thought. So I hope that kind of answered your question a little bit. Slay your existence, you said you'll take on the moderator job. That sounds good. I'll go ahead and make you a moderator right now. I appreciate that. So you'll be a moderator always, everyone who's moderating tonight. So feel free if ever you hop in another chat. If there isn't already a moderator that's taken over, feel free to go ahead and do that if you want. I understand if like people can't be here for hours, but if you want to do it, it's always appreciated. And I always give my moderators free readings. So if you miss, like, for example, if you miss the beginning free list and like you don't make it in time, I'll still make sure that you get your free reading. Oh, Serenity, you said you never really dated. So yeah, there's something familiar about you. There's like some kind of connection there that feels like he's known you before, or there's just something very familiar to him about you. I consider Empress as a yes. Okay, I'm so glad, Serenity. You're welcome. Leah, that's so sweet. Yeah, I gotta take care of my moderators, right? All right, Leah, so I probably will be doing a reading when you sign off, so good night if I don't get a chance to say good night, and thanks for all your help. And um, I feel like there was one other thing I was going to tell you, but anyway, yeah, I can't remember. But anyway, thanks so much for all your help. And oh yeah, I remember what I was going to tell you. Just whenever you sign off, just let Slay know so that way they know to take over. All right, so I'm going to move on to Sandra. She wants to know if Flippo thinks about her and if he will come back. Okay. Oh, is it Filippo? Filippo? I'm saying Flippo, but I feel like that's wrong. Does Filippo think about Sandra? We're going to say Filippo. Does Filippo think about Sandra? So we're going to do this in two parts. We're going to do two questions here. Does Filippo think about Sandra? Yes. Will Filippo come back to Sandra? 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 Will Filippo? Okay. Will Filippo come back to Sandra? Will Filippo come back to Sandra? Okay, so it looks like it is favorable, Sandra, that he will. Okay, so Filippo. Okay. So he does think about you. The sun card means yes. The sun card is a yes card to me. So that's how I view that he does think of you. As far as is he going to come back to you, there's something that's transpired here. The Nine of Wands is someone who's very wounded, very scarred, maybe has some walls up, maybe feels like their perseverance is being tested a little bit, and they're a bit guarded. It's kind of the word they're guarded. There's some heaviness here with the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can mean that this person worries about what will happen if they get back into the relationship. Maybe it causes some anxiety about the situation because they're trying to maybe prevent what happened before to not happen again. Maybe they're trying to do some healing maybe within their own self, because the Nine of Swords is very much in the mind. It can do with communication, but mostly it has to do with their own confidence, their own anxiety, their own worries. So in asking the question, is he going to come back to you, we have the King of Wands. So it looks like he's trying to overcome this a little bit. I'm not sure what kind of sign he is, but a lot of times when I see the King of Wands, It makes me think there's a possibility that he's a fire sign. King of Wands is a Aries, but it could also be the other fire signs, which is Leo or Sagittarius. And it's making me feel like in his best self wants to be with you. This makes me feel like we're working towards a favorable outcome, especially with the Chariot. The Chariot indicates victory. So the Chariot to me symbolizes yes, but I don't, when it comes to predictions, I only use the energy surrounding the current, basically the current energy surrounding the situation. So when I ask the question, you have to know that when I ask the question, Spirit is basically saying, what is Filippo thinking right now? And that's how I'm going to answer this. So we all have free will and things can change. So the future is fluid. It's ever changing. He could change his mind tomorrow, which is why I don't ever say, oh, yes, this will certainly happen. No, this will certainly not happen, because we all have free will. However, surrounding the current energy, this is very victorious. This is very favorable, because the Chariot is basically success. The Chariot is very determined. The Chariot has willpower, control over the situation. So this makes me feel like it's a very favorable outcome. Oh, he's a Sagittarius. Okay, so this is confirmation we are talking about Filippo. To me, that's what that is that confirmation. But in addition to that, it's basically saying that he's trying to come back into his own power, basically that fire energy, because a lot of times we kind of fall out, we lose ourselves a little bit. So when I saw this card, it makes me feel like maybe he's trying to come back into his own before he can come back together with you, if that makes sense. So he is thinking about you with the Sun card. He's a bit wounded. He's trying to persevere, push forward. He's a bit guarded. But as far as the current energy, it does feel very positive. It does feel very favorable that he is going to want to pursue something with you again. So I hope that I answered your question. You're welcome, Leah. Thanks for joining in. You said the uncertainty of the future makes you anxious. You like things set in stone. Yeah, I agree. Now, it's all about what you believe. To me personally, I feel like we all have free will. There's like this timeline, right? We all have free will, but I do feel like there are certain points on our journey that are predestined or predetermined, I guess you could say. And it's like if we don't get there, then the tower happens. The tower card, where Spirit comes in and the universe is like, all right, you're not going to do this, we're going to do this for you. You know what I mean? So I do feel like there's so people say, oh, I don't believe in fate, or I do believe in fate. I feel like there's a mix of the two. I feel like we have free will in a lot of the things that we do in life, a lot of the choices that we make, a lot of the career moves that we make, but there's these powerful shifts in moments and things you really can't explain, and they're so powerful, and I feel like they're just these moments in our journey that are just meant for us and us alone, and they're like our blueprint, you know what I mean? And they're meant to happen. And so that's kind of how I see it. So the uncertainty of the future making you nervous, just know if you can have the mantra that what's meant for me will not pass me by, that's really helped me a lot, because I feel like even though I have free will and I make my own decisions with who I want to be with and what I want to do, if it's something pivotal that has to do with my soul journey, it's not going to pass me by. So that's kind of how I think of it. You're welcome, Sandra. Slay wants to know, what will your next boyfriend be like? Okay, Slay, so I can do two things. I can do one option would be qualities, as in like characteristics describing the type of person they will be, like how they'll be towards you, the kind of qualities they'll have, maybe even like possibly the type of like zodiac signs, that kind of thing. Or I can do physical attributes. I kind of have this like key that I go by that kind of tells like what they look like, what they might look like. I've tested the theory on myself many times, and it usually comes out to be like between 75 and like 99% accurate. I don't want to say 100% accurate, although sometimes it's been 100% accurate. But it's been pretty damn close, like often. Pretty much every single time, it's like 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 percentage wise. So if you want to know physical, let me know. It just takes too long to do both, and I want to get through and help other people. That's all. So you want qualities, right? You want to know like personality. Can you just confirm that one for me? You're welcome, Sandra. Okay. What will slay your existence? Oh, they're telling me to shuffle again. Sorry. They do that to me all the time. They know I want to start, and then they're like, nope, you need to shuffle again. Okay, they shuffle again. Alright. Okay. What will slay your existence next boyfriend be like? Slay your existence next boyfriend. Whoa. Slay your existence next boyfriend. Slay your existence next boyfriend. Personality. Qualities. Okay. Slay your existence next boyfriend. Personality. Qualities. Slay your existence next boyfriend. Personality. Qualities. How will he be towards Slay? How will he be towards Slay? How will he be towards Slay? Okay. Give me 1 second here. 10 of cards just fell out. Try to get one more. Oh, maybe cards play. Okay. Slay. So this is what I like about the future and free will, is that you can make the decision on what you want to do and how you want to handle it. But it's so funny because when you ask the question like what your next boyfriend will be like, it's funny because in the message that came through was you want to ask who your life partner will be, who your soulmate will be, if you want that information. They were like, that's what she wants to know, not boyfriend. Because and I was like, why that? And now I understand, because your next boyfriend or potential boyfriend seems like they might keep some secrets from you and not be like the best. So knowing this information and going into it, you get to make the decision, do you even want to like pursue this type of person? So we have Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. This person is very much into money, very much into accomplishment with the world. They're a very accomplished person, which may be what attracts you to them, because they're going to be very like into manifestation, into bringing in what's going to bring them abundance, prosperity. They may even be well traveled, very accomplished. Maybe even like teamwork with the Three of Pentacles. They might be like a networker of some sort, or maybe like businessman type kind of thing. They're going to be kind of conservative, a little reserved maybe, or just like know how to really handle their money or take care of their money. I'm just getting a lot of Pentacles energy, very well accomplished, very well established, maybe even a businessman of some sort. We also, and this could be Pentacle energy, so this could be Earth energy like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But we also have the King of Wands here, so keep in mind this could be a fire energy as well. We only have one of those cards, but it is one of the higher suits, so it could be a fire sign. So that could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So just keep in mind who it is that you talk to, who you're interested in. That may be an earth sign or fire sign, someone who's very well established, good with money, or maybe just is very much a go-getter and is like very focused on financial stuff, wanting to make money, wanting to work hard, which is not a bad thing. The issue is that when I asked how this person is going to be towards you, we have the moon. The moon is about illusions. So maybe they're not going to be completely honest and upfront with you about things, maybe not honest and upfront about their feelings, honest and upfront about what they have. Maybe they're well accomplished in certain areas of their life, but not everywhere, and they're going to try to make it seem like they are. They're going to keep stuff from you. But the moon is just about things that need to be brought to light, things that need to be brought to the surface. The moon is about like insecurities as well, things that we kind of keep suppressed in the subconscious, things that we keep hidden, fears, anxieties, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very independent energy, which is good because you do want, to some extent in a relationship, some independence, right? Some semblance of independence. But when I see this card, Spirit knows to me, this card, when asking about relationships, this card to me means single energy. This person is not really relationship material when I see this card. So this card, these three cards came out when asking the question how they're going to be towards you. So, I don't know. I just don't know. And then we have the Two of Swords, which is like feeling very torn between two things, feeling indecisive about something, not really making a decision, feeling kind of like, oh, and when it's like the Two of Swords are blindfolded, right? So the Swords is all about emotions and communication, mind, things in the mind. So this could be about blocked emotions as well. So maybe they don't express themselves. Maybe they're not emotionally available to you. So there's just like some things here that are kind of like pulling up as red flags to me, as far as the reading for your next boyfriend. So it's all kind of coming together why Spirit was like she needs to be asking about her soulmate, her life partner, not her next boyfriend, because maybe they're saying your next boyfriend is just not all that. I don't really know. But it's kind of making sense to me. But that's why I like tarot, because you have free will and you get to decide, are you going to sit here and like put all your effort into something that you already know kind of how it's going to go. So I would just say understand this information, just take it as a message. Don't stress about it too much because you're not going to invest yourself in something that you don't deserve, right? So you can change this. That's the positive thing. You now have this perspective and you can change it. So that's the great thing about tarot. And I know that my video is a little delayed, so I'm just waiting for your response. But I hope that that answered your question a little bit. And I know that that's not giving you like major confidence, but I hope that knowing that you can change the outcome of the situation does provide you clarity, does provide you perspective, and maybe even still does give you some confidence that you can say, hey, I don't deserve that, and I'm not going to invest in something that I don't deserve. All right, Heavenly, what's your question? You're welcome. Slay. Heavenly, did you post your question? I don't see it. If you can post it again for me. And then Nav, if you can go ahead and get your question. Oh, Heavenly, I think your throat chakra might be blocked. I feel like I can't talk now. Nav, if you can get your question prepared, not post it yet, but just get it prepared for me. So after Heavenly, I can do your reading. What type of guy is offering me commitment? Plus, is it someone I know or someone new? Okay. What type of guy is offering commitment for Heavenly? What type of guy is offering commitment for Heavenly? What type of guy is offering commitment for Heavenly? What type of guy? I do, Heavenly, I got it. What type of guy is offering commitment for Heavenly? Is it someone Heavenly knows? Is it someone? Let me see here. What was that? Six of Swords. I feel like, is it someone Heavenly knows? Spirit clarifies Six of Swords. Is it someone Heavenly knows? Okay, I don't think that it's someone that you know, because the Six of Swords indicates moving forward, putting stuff behind and moving forward. And I asked for a clarifier for the Six of Swords, and we got the Page of Wands, which is about having new perspective. And it's also the youngest of the suits out of the Page, Knight, Queen, and King, which indicates kind of like that young, new innocence, beginnings kind of thing. And like I said, it's about having new perspectives, kind of like looking forward with the Page of Wands, having, enthusiasm, discovering new things, having kind of like a free spirit. So I feel like with the Page of Wands clarifying the Six of Swords for me about putting the past behind and moving forward, because you asked, is it someone new, and we're putting the past behind, makes me feel like it is someone new. As far as the type of guy coming towards you, offering commitment, this is someone who likely is an air sign that is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The King of Swords is a Gemini, but it can be any air sign. This is someone who is highly intellectual. This is someone who communicates very well. This is someone who has a really great perspective, just appreciates knowledge, information. I wouldn't be surprised if they have some kind of career that required them to go to school for a long time, absorb information, and be tested on that kind of knowledge. Or maybe they're just the type of person who's just curious and really just like absorbs just information constantly, likes to read, just really likes to just learn about new things all the time. The King of Swords is someone who's a very clear thinker. They're someone who is very authoritative, very respected. They value honesty and truth. So this is the type of person coming towards you offering commitment. They are going to view you as someone that is end game. And what I mean by that is they view you as this long-term end goal commitment. This is not something that they take lightly. They view you as someone who they want to build a life with, have all those earthly possessions, a home, the family, that kind of thing. This is someone who is appreciated, admired, celebrated even by maybe their friends, their family, their colleagues. And this is someone who's also intuitive. We have the High Priestess. So they may have like a good, a good maybe balance of divine feminine and divine masculine possibly, or maybe they're just a naturally intuitive person, which makes me feel like they could also be compassionate in a way. They could be a very loving person and really be empathetic to other people as well. So it just seems like they have a very good balance here. You know, they have all the suits basically, and the High Priestess to me kind of correlates with the cups. So there's just a very good. It just seems like this is a very good quality person. Sorry, notification popped up on my computer. I'm trying to remove that. So I'm gonna see what you said here. You said you want someone new, you're Aquarius, air sign too. And air signs go very well with air signs. So that's a good thing as well. So you guys will be pretty compatible. He sounds like you. You like him already. Good. I'm so glad. So I hope that that answered your question, Heavenly. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, there definitely looks like that stability there with the Ten of Pentacles and the, you know, the honesty, and the truth, and like someone valuing that. I definitely feel like it's someone that's going to be faithful. Absolutely. Nav wants to know what's coming towards me in love for July. And by the way, if anyone has a preference on what deck I use, just let me know. I have my Universal Weight, my Light Seers deck, and I don't use this one too often, but I still have it. It's my Lover's Path Tarot. It's absolutely stunning. It's all like the goddesses and gods and like Cupid and like all like the Greek and, or is it Greek or Roman? I don't know, I can't remember, but anyway, I don't have all the deets on it. But the Lover's Path Tarot features classic love stories and myths from around the world, so that's what that is. So if anybody has requests for what deck I use, just let me know. Alright, so Nav wants to know what's coming towards me in love for July. I'm a Virgo. Yay, almost 90 subs. The cards do show how soon. Real quick, according to pretty much everybody, a good rule of thumb is swords are the fastest. It can be hours, minutes. Well, actually, it can be basically minutes, hours, days, or weeks. So basically hours, days, or weeks. The wands can be weeks or months. The cups can be months or, wait, no, I'm getting this all wrong. Sorry, guys. I'm getting this backwards. The pentacles is years. So the pentacles is the longest. The pentacles is years. The cups are months. The wands are weeks, and the swords are days. But you can say like hours to days, days to weeks, weeks to months, months to years, if you want to like fill in the gaps between the suits, which is what I normally do. But it goes slowest to fastest, it goes swords, wands, cups, pentacles. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. And then there's a way to judge how many. So like if a 9 of swords comes up, it can be 9 days. If like 3 of pentacles comes up, it could be 3 years. But typically speaking, you also have to use common sense as well. So if you're asking, like, you know, when someone's going to get married, I typically ask for 2 cards, like between this and this time. So it just depends on how you work with tarot. But that's a general rule of thumb. I try to get a little bit more specific, but I always have to say that, like, you know, the future is fluid and I can't guarantee it, but I try to get as close as I can. So Nav wants to know what's coming towards in love for July. What's coming towards Nav in love for July? What's coming towards Nav in love for July? Ooh, that's a good one. So we have, let me see if that was supposed to be reverse or upright. Reverse or upright. It kind of came out sideways. Reverse or upright. Reverse or upright. Alright, so that was supposed to be upright. Towards Nav in love. Alright, so I'm going to try to pull a couple cards from, actually, let me do the Lover's Tarot since we're doing love. A love question. Yeah, HK, that's right. You're welcome, Heavenly. Yeah. Ooh. So there's some mixed stuff going on here. Mostly really good, Nav. Mostly really good, but there's like some stuff that, there's some messages from Spirit here that we want to overcome. So I just want to tell you about it. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not sure if it's you, and I'm not sure if it's the new love that's going through this. So you take what resonates. If it's not you, then just know this is what your new partner is supposed to be overcoming or trying to overcome, and y'all are going to get there. All right. So we'll just start with kind of the things that need to be overcome. We have the 9 of Pentacles, which is someone who's very over invested in maybe like their job or their investments, or I said that overly invested in their investments. But basically, yeah, overly invested in their investments. Like overly invested in their job, overly invested in their responsibilities. Or maybe they're having some setbacks of some sort. It could even be financial setbacks of some sort. But this is someone who's kind of like preoccupied with something that's going on. So if that doesn't sound like you, this could be this other person, but it could be what's preventing this connection from happening at the moment. Um, don't worry though, it's coming. It's just maybe a little bit slower than what you might be like wanting. Um, because of this burden, we do have the Nine of Arrows, which is someone who's going through a bit of a stressful period. It can be causing some heaviness, um, maybe some worry, some anxiety. And you know what? With things that are going on in the world right now, it doesn't surprise me because I think a lot of people are going through financial stress, a lot of financial burdens. Whether they're like working their butts off right now, like crazy, and trying to make as much money as they can because a lot of people have, because the jobs have been laid off and so they're being overworked, or like they're not working enough and so they're worried about money. There's just a lot of people are worried about this kind of stuff. So it could be that, or it could be something else entirely. So like I said, take what resonates, but I feel like people are really trying to hold on to their money here. So it could be you, could be the other person. The Four of Coins is someone who's very much like holding on to what they have, trying to be as conservative as possible, trying to find that stability, that security within their finances or within their life, and trying to get that control back. So there's some kind of like upheaval challenge here with that, and that's what I'm seeing. So that may be what's preventing this connection from happening at the moment. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's like the slowest moving suit. Like I said, it's the one that if you're talking about time, it's years, but that doesn't mean years. But it's the slowest moving suit, so it just means things aren't happening as quickly. So it's making me feel like there's just something that needs to be overcome. However, when it comes to the love that's coming your way, it's actually really beautiful. The first card that came out was the Knight of Cups, which is all about romance. It's all about, like, when you think of romance, what do you think of? You think of candlelit dinners and just, I don't know, showering someone maybe with gifts, or like flowers, or just going on dates and just really enjoying one another, or maybe like weekend getaways, or just like spending that quality time with that other person, and everything just feels like refreshed and renewed, and there's just this really like romantic energy coming in with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is that knight in shining armor energy. This is someone who is very vulnerable, very like hard on their sleeve kind of person, and they're just going to be bringing in that kind of energy into your life. This person is also into what's the word? The Hierophant's about what this person believes in. They hold very true and tight to their strong beliefs and values, and this can actually be a good thing. Sometimes people might think that this is not a good thing, so I guess just take with that what you will. But I feel like somebody who is very much in line with their values, very much in line with their beliefs, does not waver. They are very much in their identity, and they know who they are and what they believe in, is a very strong and very stable person. And that's kind of what I'm getting when I see this card. We also have the Four of Staves, which is the marriage card. So that doesn't necessarily mean this is the person that you're going to marry. It could mean that. But what it indicates is that this is the person you'll be taking another step, the next step in the relationship with this person. So this is somebody that you will go past the first stage. You will go past the dating stage. So when this card comes up, it means whatever stage you're currently at, you will move to the next. So whether that means that you're dating, you'll get into a relationship. You're in a relationship, maybe you'll move in together, or you'll get engaged, or whatever, or you'll have a kid, or whatever the next step is for you. That means it's going to happen. You're moving towards the next step in the relationship with the Four of Staves, which is the Four of Wands. It's about celebration, coming together, being in, having a happy relationship, and just kind of being in harmony. And then we have the Two of Cups. And whenever I see the Two of Cups, to me, it makes me feel very like a twin flame relationship. The Two of Cups to me feels like this is a deep spiritual connection, a soul connection between the two of you. So I feel like you guys might feel very familiar to one another when you guys actually meet. So that is what I have for you, Nav, and I hope that answered your question. So I did want to make note though, Nav, real quick too. Remember when I said the Knight of Pentacles might not come as soon as you want? It could, because the Knight of Cups means, it could mean weeks to months. So it could be weeks. We're still in the beginning of July, kind of. So it could be the end of this month. But I just wanted to give you a heads up that because this came up, it made me feel like it may not be quite in July, because it's the slower moving suit. So I hope that I made that clear. Images, Romance Angels is awesome, but I actually don't have it. I missed because during Virtue she's out of print, so I missed the opportunity to get her deck. But I actually am planning on making my own deck at some point. And it's going to be a relationship deck because that's what I feel very experienced in personally. I've written like a lot of poetry and things like that I feel very compelled and drawn and have like an affinity for relationship healing. And so I think that I want to make a relationship deck. So that'll happen at some point. I started a new job this week, so I'll just have to see where I can fit that into my schedule. Thanks for everyone who's subscribing. I really appreciate it. All right, so I think that's, let's see here. Someone else donated. I'm trying to catch up on this chat here. Images, I'm with my twin flame. He's amazing. I think twin flames are hard when you guys aren't ready to come together. It makes it difficult because you guys have your own healing to do. And one is usually pushing away when the other one is more certain, but I'm definitely with mine. We even got together on like an 11/11 date. It wasn't November 11th, but it was November 1st, 2015. So when we write the date, it's 11115. And that's 11/11 is the twin flame number. Nav, the sign. Shoot. What was there the majority of? We had pentacles, then we had the four of pentacles, the staves, and the cups. To be completely honest, I wasn't feeling a pull of a certain sign. You had the majority of the cards were pentacles. So, I mean, it could be an earth sign, but the first card that came out was cups. So I would say water or earth most likely. But, I mean, you also had the fire sign in there as well. I mean, I don't feel as strongly to that. I feel more strongly pulled when it's like knight, king, or queen. Those are like the ones that I pull to when I'm thinking like what sign they're going to be. So I would say pentacles or cups. So earth or water. Okay, that's right. So Heavenly did a new donation, and she wants physical attributes of the new partner. HK, I'm going to need you to repost your question in a little, like after I do Serenities. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and it's like messing me up because I keep having to like scroll up. So, physical attributes of Heavenly's new partner. Partner. So with physical attributes, what I do is hair color, eyes, skin complexion, and body type. So I do those 4 categories. All right, so hair color, partner. Eye color. Partner. Skin complexion. All right, so Heavenly, I just want you to know that this is as close to a prediction as I can get. I've tested it on myself and other people, and it's come very close, very, very close. Like hair color, eyes, skin complexion, body type's been like 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4. Or like for everything that I'm about to tell you, it's been like 6 out of 7 or like 7 out of 7. So I don't want to like guarantee anything, but I will say in my personal experience, it's been very close. But I don't want you to like hold me to this 100% because I can't guarantee the accuracy. So, but this is my own algorithm, okay? So for hair color, we have dirty blonde or blonde hair. For eyes, we have, it could be one of 3, but it's the type of color. It's a blue, green, or if it's a brown, it's going to be a very, very light brown. To me, that's going to be like the lightest brown possible or like a gold brown. So not hazel, because hazel to me has got that green color to it, but it's just a very, very light golden brown, or it's going to be like blue, solid green. That's what I see with the eyes. With the skin complexion, we have a cooler skin tone. So they are going to be more on the fair skin tone color. And it's going to be on the cooler side. So, you know, some people are more like warm complexion. They're going to be more cool complexion. Kind of like me. If you can see my skin complexion, it's probably kind of what they're going to be like. And then we have body type is cups. So they will be average body type. They're probably going to have some muscle to them, but it's not going to be this like brawny, solid, muscular build, and it's not going to be this like super, super like skinny either. It's going to be like somewhere on the average, if that makes sense. So somewhere in the middle. And then we have height. So for height, we have 9 of wands, which means they're going to be above average height. And when I say above average height, they should be quite tall for their gender. As far as age, they are going to be older than you, not by a significant amount, just a little older than you, maybe by a year or 2. And we have ethnicity. So we range this on a scale from 1 to 10. So ace being 1, 10 being 10. And 10 means that the person that we're asking about is very similar to you. And ace is someone very different from you as far as like ethnicity, background, culture, that kind of thing. And this person's a 5. So they're going to have some similarities to you and some differences. They're kind of right in the middle. Slay. You're so funny. Not sure what that means. Oh, your readings in the past have been spot on. I trust you. Oh, well, I'm glad. Yeah, for the fun of it. These are always fun. I love doing these ones. Oh, you're welcome. I was kind of like, how do I explain this? I'm like, oh yeah, me. Quite tall, a little older, yeah. Yeah, it's possible. There might be some Indian in there. And if not, maybe familiar with, like, you know, your ethnicity and background and that kind of thing. Or maybe lived there for some time, because this is also something I use for, like, location. So it's like background, culture, ethnicity, and location. So maybe grew up there for a time, or maybe, like, lived there for a time, or something like that. So. I'm gonna mix these up. All right, so we got 4 more, and I got about 20 minutes. I will try to stay to do the rest of the free readings. They might only be like a 4-card draw, or if I can even get the answers with 3, I might just do that, just so I can get everybody in. The donation list is still open, though, because of course I want to be of service and do free readings. But I'm also kind of here to make a little extra cash, you know. So I'm going to keep the donations open until I get off. I hope y'all understand. What does Yo-Yo feel for me? Is he thinking of reaching out? Okay. You're welcome, Heavenly. Let me know. I'm always excited to hear about those ones when they come back. Like, whenever you meet them, how it measured up. So let me know which ones we got right. Alright, so how does Yo-Yo feel for HK? Or, not how does, what does Yo-Yo? Okay, what are Yo-Yo's feelings for HK? What are Yo-Yo's feelings for HK? Please show me Yo-Yo's feelings for HK. What are Yo-Yo's feelings? Ooh. What are Yo-Yo's feelings for HK? What are Yo-Yo's feelings for HK? Wow. That's beautiful. And then your other question was, is he thinking of reaching out? Is Yo-Yo thinking of reaching out to HK? Yes or no? Is Yo-Yo thinking of reaching out to HK? Yes or no? It looks like a yes to me, but let me check here. I have a little yes or no list. Yeah, Ace of Swords is a yes. Okay. So it is very likely that Yo-Yo will be reaching out. As far as feelings for you, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is when they feel like they identify with you. And what I mean by that is they feel connected to you. They feel like you share similar values, similar beliefs. May even have some traditions that are similar, or come from like similar backgrounds, or even religions, because sometimes it can mean like religions or spiritual beliefs. We have the Lovers, which is about relationships. It's about union. It's about coming together. And again, that's about alignment. Just like what that Hierophant is about alignment. So we have that. It's about alignment with values and alignment with beliefs and things like that. So I feel like with the Lovers, there's a very deep soul connection here. I felt that as soon as this card came out, and then wow, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, like I said, that's my twin flame card. If no other cards come out, I don't really think twin flame. It may be a soulmate connection. It may be a soul connection on some sort. Maybe a karmic connection, what have you. When I see Two of Cups, though, to me, I make that connection with Spirit. I say, okay, when this card comes out, that means twin flame to me. So communicate that to me. That's what that says. So there's definitely something on a fifth dimensional level, I guess you should say. It's like something on a spiritual level here. With the Two of Cups, again, it's signifying a unified love, a partnership, an attraction. It's relationships. It's literally like all three cards, like these two cards are saying the same thing, and these two cards are saying the same thing, and they're kind of all coming together. So as far as feelings for you, there's an attraction, there's a desire for a relationship, there's a soul connection here, there's an alignment with values, there's, that feeling of, like you said, yes, same background, exactly. So there's definitely something very extraordinary. That's the word, substantial, significant here in play. And with the Ace of Swords, I asked yes or no. That's a yes card. So it does feel like he is thinking, he is considering of reaching out. That is his current energy. Images, go ahead with your question. I know you're sleepy. You've been up all night. You're welcome. Images wants to know, what's the connection with the Aries? What's the connection with the Aries? What is Images and Aries connection? What is Images and Aries connection? That was upright. What is Images and Aries connection? Ooh. Ooh, okay. We have the Sun. And what is this connection? What is the connection between Images and the Aries? He just suddenly popped up in my mind after 3 years, and I felt super attractive in it. Oh, don't you worry. I'm about to tell you why. I'm gonna tell you what happened. What is the connection with Aries and Images? Maybe I need to rephrase it because no other cards want to come out. Okay, what is the meaning behind the connection between Aries and Images? What is the meaning behind the connection between Aries or Images? Okay, cards are going to start coming out. What is the meaning behind... Ooh. What is the meaning behind Aries Okay, okay. What is the meaning behind the connection between Aries and images? What is the meaning? Wow. Okay. Okay. So I will tell you what's going on here. There's a manifestation energy here. I feel like maybe he manifested you or something like that, or like meditated on, or maybe you did. Maybe you believe in meditating on like bringing about your person. I don't know what your practices are, but when you manifest, when you meditate, when you ask the universe to bring in what it is. I have like my crown chakra is like going crazy right now. You meditate, don't you? I feel like you meditate because it's going crazy. Either that or I'm onto something with maybe he manifested. When I'm like losing my train of thought because I have like tingles all over my body. The magician is all about manifesting and bringing in. You said I did it, but it was like someone suddenly popping up, but then later on it was manifestation. Yeah, there's something here about manifestation. There's something here about you bringing this into existence or him bringing this into existence. And that's why all of a sudden it pops in. The thing about manifestation is you ask for it, you forget about it, you move on with your life, and the universe is like, oh, remember that thing that you wanted? Well, here it is. That's how manifestation works. If you focus too much on something that you want, then you put too much focus on what you're lacking and it doesn't happen. So it's possible that because you were manifesting and then you kind of left it alone, then it came back because the universe was like, oh, she put her order in, like she asked for this thing and like now I'm giving it to her. So it may have been you. Like I said, it may have been him. Maybe he had this thought one day. Some people, if they're clairsentient or if they're like really, really good with feeling their emotions, they can manifest really easily and not even realize that they're doing it. So the reason there's this connection here is because someone made it happen. Yes. So the reason that this person is in your life is to give you a new beginning. The Fool is all about new beginnings. It's about feeling this lightweight. It's about not having baggage. And the Sun here too is making me feel very warm vibes, very childlike wonder, very loving, and almost like the Sun in the Lover's Tarot, it made me think of that. It's a very enduring kind of love as well. So the Fool is about new beginnings, no baggage, feeling free, like a free spirit. The Sun is about warmth, positivity, just those very like high vibrations. When asking about the connection, it's basically I'm feeling a lot of lifting of heavy burdens with the Ten of Wands. I'm feeling like this person's come a long way or you've come a long way either. Actually, no. I was going to say physically, but I think it's more of an emotional long way to get to this point. It's almost like everything that you've been through in your life and they've been through in their life has made it for you guys to meet at this point. If that makes sense. You guys are all, like, it was preparing you for each other. Yeah, there's the Fool here. There's like this new beginning energy. This very free spirit, new beginnings, very open, very warm vibes here with the Sun. We do have and then also the Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings. I mean, it could be about new beginnings, about financial beginnings or like career or things like that. But to me, especially with the manifestation and the Fool, it means new prosperity, new abundance, and abundance can mean abundant in love. It can mean abundant just in life in general. We do have the Five of Cups here, which is, it can be about feeling lost. But to me, because we have so much new beginning energy, abundant energy, feeling free, manifestation, moving forward, unburdening, that kind of thing. I feel like this card is more of like an overcoming kind of thing, like an overcoming loss. The one thing that's making me feel like it's long term is the Sun card, because when I saw the Sun, the message that came through to me was, think of the Cupid card in the Lover's Path Tarot. In the Lover's Path Tarot, it's about enduring love. Seeing if I can find it. And so anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it because we got a couple other readings to do. But I don't ever think of other tarot cards when I do readings. But I take the messages as they come through and I let them go. But for whatever reason, Spirit was like, take this message. Think of, when you explain this card, think of the Cupid card in the Lover's Path Tarot deck. In the Lover's Path Tarot deck, Cupid also means the sun. And what it means in the Lover's Path Tarot deck is enduring love. And when I think of enduring love, I think of lasting love. So to me, I feel like that is very favorable. That this could be something long term. You said, that's crazy, 555, I've been seeing it a lot. Yeah, so pay attention to synchronicities as well, and pay attention to what you're thinking about, what you're talking about when you see these synchronicities, okay? And then look up, like Google them. Look up online, what does 555 mean? And see how they correlate to your thoughts at that time or what you were talking about at that time. These are messages coming through to you. Donations are any amount, Shanmona. The Cash App is the $, and then Luna Affinity, and it's the information scrolling along the bottom of the screen. Oh, okay, you see it. All right. You're welcome, Images. Yeah, that's the first time that a message has ever come through, I think, that I can recall, where they asked me to think of this tarot deck when explaining another card. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. You're welcome, Images. Ashika, if you can ask your question. Queen Bean, hang around. I'm going to try to knock these out real quick. We're so close. I'm going to just try to get them done. Oh, wait a second. I got a donation. Don't post your question, Ashika. Hold on. I think it was Shan. Good night, images. Okay, so Shan, Mona, if you can post your question, please. My camera went out, but it'll be back in a second. If it's not already. You guys don't know already, I use, oh geez, hold on. These ads that run on my phone. I use, if you guys don't know already, some of you have been here before, but I use my iPhone as a camera phone, like a webcam, and a lot of the times it wants to run these ads, and sometimes the picture goes out. So sorry about that. All right, so Shan wants to know, does SB want to reconcile romantically? Does SB want to reconcile romantically? I want to see what other cards come out because, okay, all right. I'm leaning more towards it's unfavorable or unlikely at this time. Usually the Three of Cups can mean yes. When just asking a yes or no question. But I wanted to see like what other cards came out along with it because the Three of Cups can also mean that there's a third party involved or that this person is interested in other people. So I just wanted to see like what other cards came out along with it. Anything else for Shan? Okay, so the Two of Cups came out when I was trying to see what else was going on. This is someone who's trying to make a discovery, maybe make a decision between two things, kind of figure out how they want to move forward. And the Ace of Pentacles is a new offer, and it is a hopeful offer of prosperity and abundance. And the Ten of Swords is someone who's feeling very heavy, very burdened, feeling like, and trying to like overcome this. So to be completely honest with you, the overall energy feels like at the moment, what's going on in SB's mind feels unfavorable. Hold on one second. I think we've got a troll up in here. Thanks, Slay. Every once in a while we get them and they make me laugh. All right, so sorry about that, Shan. So As far as the current energy right now, because I think that I've read for you before, so I'm sure you know this, but I always go with the current energy surrounding the question. So what's going on in SB's mind at the moment? I feel like they haven't officially made a decision. I feel like they've got a lot going on in their mind. They kind of have some heaviness going on. I would say that there's still hope because the Ace of Pentacles came out and that is favorable, but I feel like there's still some deliberation. It is possible that there's some other influence going. The third party doesn't necessarily mean that FB is interested in someone else other than you. It could mean that there's another influence like friends or family or something like that that's affecting whether or not you guys are going to reconcile. Or maybe SB is trying to deliberate with this other person to try to figure out their feelings about you. So it feels, to me, it feels undetermined. In the moment, it doesn't feel likely. Just because of the majority of the cards here, he's still deciding. But I would say don't feel like it's hopeless because you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is this new offer, which is the possibility of a new offer coming into you. And the Ten of Swords is usually about lifting a heavy burden. Whenever it's in this deck, to me, I feel like it's someone coming out of a fog, kind of, and like releasing something that's been burdening them. So I know that doesn't seem very clear. Usually when my mind is kind of scattered and I'm not able to really provide clarity and I feel like my words are kind of jumbled, I'm kind of connecting with them. I feel like this person doesn't really know what they want, to be completely honest. And I'm trying to translate someone who doesn't have clarity right now. So it seems uncertain at the moment. I know it's not what you want to hear, but it's hard to give you an answer when someone doesn't really know. You know what I mean? How do I tell you what they're gonna do if they don't even know? So yeah, that was pretty random, Slay. Yeah, but Shan, definitely keep this Ace of Pentacles in mind, okay? And in all honesty, the Two of Wands, even though someone's deliberating here, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. That means that it's still a consideration for you. You know what I mean? And the Ten of Swords is someone who's trying to release something that's been burdening them. And like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is a new offer. So the energy's just undecided right now. So I would just keep the Ace of Pentacles in your mind. Just know it's a possibility. It is a card of manifestation. So, if you do any kind of meditation, manifestation rituals, anything like that, if you believe in anything like that, I would, law of attraction, I would keep that going. Keep this card in mind when you do it because this is a manifestation card here. All right, Queen of Hearts, go ahead with your question. And thank you, everyone, for donating. Ashika and Queen Bean, I still have you on the free list. I might have to just do a quick mini reading for you guys, but I will still read for you. And Slay, if you can go ahead and close my donation list since it's after 10. Just go ahead and close. Since my free list is already closed, just close everything down for me. So I'll go ahead and take Queen of Hearts. And then Ashika Asawa. And then Queen Bean. And I think that's everybody. If I missed someone, let me know. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. Alright, so I can describe this angel. It's hard for me to give you any names only because I'm not clairaudient, and I'm not clairvoyant, so I can't hear. I mean, I'm not saying I can't ever. I won't ever be able to because I'm definitely always trying to open myself up more and more every day. But at this moment, I'm not tapped into being able to hear names or like visually see. I can definitely feel. So like if the angel comes in and I can feel the type of presence around, I can give you some of that information. And with the tarot, I can describe Queen of Hearts. So I just wanted to kind of let you know what I'll be able to do for you. I'm hoping, over time, as I develop more, the other clairs will open up. Okay. All right, give me 1 second here. Wow, okay. So a name just came into my mind, but I just want to make sure that this is actually an actual name. Hold on 1 second. I need to Google this. I feel like it starts with an A. What is Queen of Hearts? Who is Queen of Hearts angel? Please describe. Does this start with an A? Yes or no? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So they confirmed that it starts with an A, that the angel's name starts with an A. Now, you can have multiple angels, so I just want to let you know, but this is one that can be with you often, if not all the time. Please describe Queen of Hearts angel. When you get nervous, or have like, I don't know, like my stomach just sank. I feel like when you have like moments of like nervousness, or maybe you get flustered, or yeah, just I'm feeling like nervous or anxious or something like that. Like this angel watches over you, and you look at this. How beautiful is that card? We're talking about angels, right? Look at those wings. Okay, so this angel helps you calm you with the Temperance card. That's what it is. So the Temperance is all about bringing calm, patience, serenity, all of that. So it's this angel is very calming. It brings a very calming presence to you. So if ever you feel like you're having a moment where you're struggling, and then all of a sudden you feel better, that's that angel. This 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 angel is what gives you strength, um, gives you courage, helps you work through your fears. You may notice that you may have a gentle way about influencing other people, possibly, or maybe a caring way that you are able to relate to nature, to animals, to children, to something else other than yourself. This is that angel guiding you. This angel is extremely loving. The Ace of Cups is just abundance and overflowing love and emotions. There's just this calming presence. It's just calm, love, white light, giving you courage, that kind of thing. Anything else for Queen of Hearts? This angel is what helps you move. How should I say it? When you feel like you've completed something, or successful at something, or achieved something, you've worked hard at something, this is like that spiritual team that's kind of helped guide you to get there. This is also an angel that helps you with safe travels. So watches over you and make sure that when you're traveling, you are safe. And that you get to wherever it is that you need to be and you're safe. So I don't know if you, for instance, like have ever been in a car accident before or something like that and you felt like you were protected. So I feel like this angel is there to watch over you in that way. So that's what I'm pulling for you as far as the angel that I believe you have in mind that you're asking about. To me personally, I feel like it could be two. Like it could be more than one. It was I was prompted to say spiritual team at one point, so I feel like it could have been more than one, but I definitely feel like you have one that starts with an A that's more present most of the time. So I hope that that answered your question, Queen of Hearts, because you haven't said much, but I hope that you're there and you heard everything. And Yushika, if you're still here, if you can post your question. Bye, games along with you. Thanks for subscribing. I should be back next week. You're welcome, Queen of Hearts. Sorry I couldn't get you more information. I know it starts with an A. That's all I've got. If Ashika Asawa is not here, then Queen Bean, go ahead and post your question. And Queen of Hearts, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Will my work situation change for the better? The woman I work with is very narcissistic. I haven't complained about her yet and not sure if I should. Okay. Will Queen Bean's work situation change for the better? Queen Bean's work situation. They always interrupt my shuffle and tell me to shuffle again. Will Queen Bean's work situation change for the better? Queen Bean's work situation change for the better? All right. So, in a nutshell, Queen Bean, will your work situation for the better? Will your work situation change for the better? In a nutshell, yes. It seems like it will. We have the Two of Wands, which is about making discoveries, about trying to make like progress, future planning, that kind of thing. And then Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. Actually, it's about teamwork within the work area because the Pentacles has to do with financials and career, that sort of thing. So I do see happy teamwork, maybe like relationships with employees, that kind of situation with the Three of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see, but this guy's pretty happy. So Three of Pentacles symbolizes teamwork and working together, very peacefully, that type of dynamic. And we also have the King of Pentacles, which is someone who is very happy where he's at, feeling kind of the king of the situation, has brought to fruition what it is that he wanted to manifest, and feels very secure, very stable in his situation. He just has control, abundance, that sort of thing. And when asked if you should complain about the situation, we got the Six of Pentacles. Take from this what resonates with the Six of Pentacles. It means two things. One, when I asked if you should, it could mean yes, because the Six of Pentacles does represent yes, according to when I ask yes or no questions. But the Six of Pentacles also represents the give and take, accepting and offering, that kind of thing. So it's about being generous, giving and receiving. So when we're talking about if you should complain, it makes me kind of feel like, think about what the situation is. Is there anything that you can do to make it better? I understand dealing with the narcissistic people is not easy, especially if you're highly intuitive, highly sensitive, empathic yourself. Maybe you are. And a lot of times they just want to take and take and take and take and take and take and take from you, and they don't ever want to give. And so the Six of Pentacles is all about asking for that balance. So maybe by needing, by saying yes, you need to complain about this. By yes, you need to make a statement, is so that you can bring that balance back to the work area so that everybody can be happy again. Because, like I said, narcissistics are the ones that take and they never give. So if you can bring this to someone's attention that needs it, so that way you guys can have a happier dynamic back into the work area, I think that you guys will be, it'll just be a much more positive situation. I do think that it's going to change for the better. The Three of Pentacles, especially when we're asking questions like this, is a very good sign. Like I said, the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and collaboration, working together to achieve a common goal, that kind of thing. So I definitely see it as a very favorable outcome for you, but it's positive that maybe something needs to change to bring that balance back to the situation. So I hope that helped you. That's all I have for you, Queen Bee. You're writing a test for a job. What does that mean? Oh. You hope that you pass and move on. I hope you do too. Well, I mean, it's possible because we asked if the work situation will change for the better. It's possible that maybe that work change, that Three of Pentacles was that change. You know what I mean? because we weren't super specific. We just asked if the work situation will change for the better. So maybe it's saying that that balance will be restored, will be brought back. You're going to have that environment that you're wanting. So let me know how it goes. Alright guys, well thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you so much for the donations and subscribing. I know that we're getting out there. If we haven't hit 100 subscribers already, I know that we're getting very close. So that's very exciting for me and I really appreciate it. Like I said earlier, I started a new job this week, so instead of being on 2 or 3 times a week, I'm probably going to be at once a week until I can kind of get back into the swing of things. I haven't had a full-time job or really a job in like a year, so this is very new for me. So I'm just trying to like figure my life out a little bit. So bear with me. Subscribe if you haven't already, so that way you never miss when I go live. Hit the notification bell. And you guys have a good night. I don't do readings on law proceedings, like how, I mean, I could do like favorable or unfavorable, that kind of thing. When it comes to like, I guess the law, or when it comes to medical, or when it comes to like, I mean, I guess it just all depends what you wanted to ask. I have done it before when someone has passed, if a message came through. I've tried as best as I could to read the tarot. So, I mean, we could try it at some point in the future if you wanted to. But I feel like it's a very personal thing. I don't really like to do those kinds of readings on like live chats. I'd rather do it like a personal one-on-one kind of thing, because if spirit's trying to come in and communicate, I want to make sure that it's that person for you. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to open myself up to that, I want to make sure I'm talking to the right person. But I use tarot to do that. Alright, good night, Slay. Thank you so much for helping me tonight, and you're welcome. But yeah, when it comes to like the law and it comes to like medical problems and stuff like that, I really try to avoid reading. Like, I guess I play it by ear, but I guess it would just determine on the question. But there are some people who are on here who like actually can communicate. They're actually like mediumships and stuff like that. I actually don't communicate, but I have done readings where I used my clairsentience and I did a personal reading and I used tarot and I communicated with the cards and I basically tapped into what spirit was feeling, like how they were feeling and what they were trying to communicate. And that person said that it was incredibly spot on and that I knew things by reading the cards that they don't really talk about or tell other people. So it's a very personal experience for me, so I'd rather do a personal reading if you just want to let them know that. But of course, there's probably other tarot readers on YouTube that are more open to doing a live, and that might be easier, and they might actually be more tapped into like their other senses, like clairvoyance and clairaudience and things like that. And they might actually be able to channel and give like maybe more detailed readings. So yeah. So anyway, alright guys, well you have a great night, and I will be back next week, most likely towards the end of the week sometime. See you later.